This video was made at Quince Orchard High School on Tuesday, November 28, 2017. It was made during the morning when students are arriving at school. My name is Aaron Rosenzweig. A concerned citizen asked me to narrate this video. Dave is part of the school staff who tries to protect students in the morning, at lunch, and in the afternoon. Dave is truly dedicated to safety and a strong advocate of all the high school students. He has the patience of a saint. Unfortunately, motorists have complained that only a trained policeman can guide traffic, so the school has come under scrutiny. Montgomery County Public Schools does not want to provide a crossing guard. Montgomery County Police do not want to provide one, nor does Gaithersburg City Police. The excuse we hear is that high school students wouldn't listen to a crossing guard, so why do it? This video shows otherwise. Most students do listen, and this is no ordinary situation. Quince Orchard was designed to have students cross the street to eat lunch, but Gaithersburg has been growing and expanding, making this a critical issue. Incredibly, every school day, 386 students walk through the Quince Orchard Road, Route 124 crosswalk between 7:25 a.m. and 7:40 a.m. Just 15 minutes. I have nearly 400 students crossing through. Having an official crossing guard helping for 15 minutes will save an accident waiting to happen, or worse, a future fatality. We ask ourselves, why aren't we addressing this major safety hazard? That's the purpose of this video. In light of Gaithersburg's enthusiasm for annexation and overdevelopment on both sides of Quince Orchard, a walkway or overpass versus a street crossing should be the long-term final solution. But we must address this today, or even yesterday. In our observations, and in this video, we were totally surprised that currently there are no crossing guards and flashing crossing lights at this critical time. Thus, no notice to vehicles alerting them to slow down for the students crossing. Apparently, there is no budget allocated for a high school crossing guard. Seems to me that for 15 minutes in the morning, lunch, and afternoon of a school day, we could find a way to have a crossing guard. We're talking 1 hour per day, folks. The speed limit here is currently 30 miles per hour. That should be changed to 20 miles per hour during high-volume crossing school times. Drivers and pedestrians are trained to recognize crosswalks, which have flashing yellow lights, more than the vanilla crosswalks with these small signs. As you can see, there is no flashing yellow lights, and the crosswalk signs are small, not very visible. Flashing yellow lights and high visible signs alert us all to be more aware and slow down. A vehicle or driver that comes through here daily probably remembers most days to slow down, but others do not and won't until they are on top of the students crossing. In either case, crossing guards and flashing lights brings alertness every day to every driver. On the 2 days we observed, most drivers and students were courteous, but as you see, there are times where students and vehicle drivers are anxious and trying to rush to school or work. After all, we are all human. Quince Orchard High School was designed for 1,800 students only, but currently has 2,100 students with expected increases due to poor planning, execution, and development outpacing infrastructure. There are 5 portables currently at Quince Orchard High School, with more already planned. Portables add classrooms, but they don't address the significant increases in use of the school's facilities, such as the lunchroom, the media center, the restrooms, the hallways, and the increase in more students using the crosswalk in front of Route 124, Quince Orchard Road. The shopping across from Quince Orchard High School, owned by Magruder, is projected to change with increased density in multi-story buildings. Across Highway 28, Johnson is expected to build more housing. Nearby, the Kmart is said to be converted into housing as well. A short-term solution is required and can be accomplished by providing an official crossing guard with flashing yellow lights. Longer-term pedestrian overpass will eliminate this major safety hazard. Statistics from Montgomery County Department of Transportation. Pedestrian fatalities comprise about 20% of all traffic deaths in Maryland. Nearly 3,000 pedestrians are injured annually in Maryland. On average, 400 are struck by vehicles in Montgomery County. Pedestrians between the ages of 5 and 15 years of age are at the greatest risk for pedestrian injuries. Over 30% of injured pedestrians are under the age of 15. A pedestrian hit by a car traveling at 40 miles per hour has an 85% chance of dying. Would you want to take this chance? A pedestrian hit by a car traveling at 20 miles per hour has a 95% chance of surviving. I don't know how to say this any more clearly. 30 miles per hour with these kids crossing over these wide lanes, people rushing in to get donuts and coffee and coming back out and making U-turns where they shouldn't be doing, trying to rush into this. I wanted to say that we need these following things. It's not just that we want them. We need the following. We need 20 miles per hour on the major roads bordering Quince Orchard High School. We need a crossing guard with flashing lights at the crosswalks in the morning, at lunchtime, in the afternoon when school is let out. We need this now. We don't need to wait. We're talking about doing a lot more, build up more housing, but we're busy right now. We're overcrowded right now. We need this now. In the comments, I'm going to link to a video of trauma when a child is hit by a car going more than 20 miles per hour. It's common sense, folks. If the city of Gaithersburg doesn't have the budget to put a police officer, a crossing guard, during these couple hours, then they have no business annexing land from the county. It's that simple. Thank you. What we're witnessing now is the last school bell. This is the last rush of people coming in to go to school for the day. So at this point, Dave's going to have to make a decision. He's got to go back inside the school to teach. He can't keep staying out here for the final few kids that might be coming. This is the last call. So he waits as long as he can. This is where some of the motorists get upset and they call in and complain. And they say, only a trained crossing guard should be doing this. I mean, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to do these kind of things, it just takes someone who cares. However, they do have a point. Someone has to be trained. So, who's going to do it? Is it going to be Montgomery County Public Schools? Is it going to be Montgomery County Police? Is it going to be Gaithersburg City Police? You see these boys here? They're running across the street by themselves. Now, we got a lot of kids coming from pretty far away, inside city limits. I mean, the city of Gaithersburg sends a lot of children here. All the Kentlands, Washingtonian Woods. Washingtonian Woods is way up there by Bellwood Farm. And a lot of those kids, they walk. They walk from there all the way to the school. Lots of traffic. And this is the worst congestion is right here. Why can't we? There's something wrong if we can't put a crossing guard here to protect the children and to protect the motorists. No motorist wants to hit a kid. And we all know that bicyclists have been killed here. Not just one, several bicyclists have died, have been hit by cars. We don't want any kids to be killed. We don't want this on our conscience. Can we please get someone here to direct traffic? And can we get one of those blinking lights? I mean, there's places much less busy than here that have the blinking lights that someone can push a button and then cross over. Is that really so expensive that we can't afford that? Place a crossing guard. Put the blinking lights. It's necessary here. We need it here. Thanks.